It's going to be interesting making reviews while I'm losing my mind. Anyway, hello, I am Zeus Pantera, the host of In Ear Fetish. There's your wallpaper. Here's your desk mat. And where are these? These are the Juzear Butterfly 61T, which just rolls off the tongue. And it is a universal Juzear earphone designed in the China. Which is interesting because I'm trying to get the backdrop made for Canjum London, which is in I'm going to be there in 10 days, 12 days. And they were making a tablecloth instead of the backdrop because they didn't understand, because I don't speak Chinese. Anyway, let's talk about IEMs now and get off the subject of me losing my fucking mind. These. I hit next track and it came up to nothing. These are pretty good. They're pretty too, because they're the butterflies. Look at that. When you put them together, they make a butterfly. And they're real pretty. These are like $1,000 IEM pretty. These are like match some Viking weave cable shit pretty. And then you look at the wire, and you're like, wait a second. This is a stock cable for a 200 and hold on, wait. This is a $220 IEM. Honest to God, best cable for the price I've seen. Doesn't interchange tips, so it's not like the Purple Asylum over there. But look at this thing. It is beefy. It's a beefy 4-wire, smooth as butter, up to a 2-wire twist. You've got some of the prettiest IEMs on the planet Earth in a 2-wire. I'm using, I actually have to swap tips. I've only been fucking around with, with the Duno SS tips. My brain constantly wants to say DD Hi-Fi. DD Hi-Fi needs to make tips. By the way, giant fucking nozzles and require a bit of manipulation to get tips on there. So, packaging-wise, box, pretty, butterfly thing, box, little cloth. You get a literal fucking candy corn bag of different foam tips and silicone tips of all colors and shapes and sizes, which I like that. I like, people should just keep all those. The case is actually fucking pocketable. Every other IEM comes with a thing that's like trying to carry this in your pocket. It's like this. No, the whole point of this case is not just to put in your luggage, it's to put the IEMs in and put in your pants. People have pants. And this Juzear is perfectly sized for that and smooth. And just a hard enough case. So let's put them back in and do some more sound assessment, because I've been sitting here for no shit an hour dealing with fucking Chinese printing manufacturers and YouTube not deleting my videos, just hiding them from the algorithm. Just like you can't find the game fidelity video anymore. It's gone. My 2018 game fidelity video, no one can find it. Somebody left a comment on it. I just randomly happened to see the comment on that old video, and they're like, hey, I've been looking for this video forever. It's been gone. So apparently YouTube's just fucking around. They're just fucking around with me now. These are good. Real good. They're a single dynamic 6 balanced armature, which is 7 drivers per side, which is not a little bit of drivers. It's a lot of drivers. But they sound balanced and cohesive. They don't sound like a fucking mess. Good soundstage. Impactful low end, but not overbearing. They actually might be tuned a little bit warm. I would expect when you have so many balanced armatures, you would just try to ignore the DD for just extreme sub bass. But it sounds like they've done a lot to keep that, smoothness and just balance there. Escaflowne, the movie, Sora is playing right now. Shanti Snyder Sora is playing. These are pretty fucking excellent for $200. I mean, even if you bought them just for the cable, you would just take them and have an extra really nice cable. Emancipator, First Snow. This is a great song. I kind of just want to listen to this song now. If that isn't the sign of a great IEM, see us, you're in the middle of a fucking review. Just talk about the thing you're talking about. And you're like, you know what? No. Emancipator. First Snow is playing. Shut the fuck up for 5 minutes and 12 seconds. I did notice almost no change when you switch from solid state, clean, cheap, affordable to Class A to IFI weirdo to a fucking tube. There's very little difference. Which I guess is, mark that down for consistency's sake. It is very consistent. But yeah, no, this is I don't know if it's a 10. Because I'm obsessed now with doing the rating scale. Like, oh, I think it's an 8. Because it's either, if it's under 8, it's like, whatever. These are better than that. But are they a 10? Like, I feel like 10 should be much rarer. There needs to be something that, like, rips me out of my chair and throws me on the ground and kicks me in the whatever part of my body I would enjoying getting beaten on at that particular moment in time. And I don't feel like they do that. But if you sat me down and quizzed me and you were like, hey, Zeos, this IEM, we're giving you this cable, we're giving you this thing of accessories, they're going to look like this and they're going to sound like this. This is a $220 IEM, easy. They actually meet expectations. Do they beat expectations? I guess for the design, for the 7-driver design, they beat expectations. Because unless you're talking about $600-700 like Phi Audios, like crazy ones that have like 2 of this and 4 of this, those I kind of like have to sort of expect it's going to be all right because they're just so fucking expensive. This Juzear, which again, it's a name. Juzear. And they couldn't just call it the Butterfly. They had to call it the Butterfly 61T. It's got 5 stars, 6 reviews. It deserves it. And it's got all the same bullshit things. It's masterfully tuned for a smooth and lively sound reproduction. That should be every IEM should be masterfully tuned, because if it ain't, it means you shittily tuned it. Don't advertise that. Exquisite designed ear shells. They actually are. Smoothly. They spelled smoothly wrong. Smoothly designed acoustic tubes. And strong neodymium magnet structure. None of that shit makes sense. Thank God you don't have to buy IEMs based on the words here, because holy fuck. They are 46 ohms and 115 dB sensitivity. I did notice they are quite sensitive. I've had to lower a lot of things down. Even with that many drivers, usually it's relatively harder to drive. But these are easy. Super easy. I kind of almost want them to be not balanced so I could throw less power into them at any given time. Good sound. Good imaging between the ears, but the imaging doesn't get like super... This would be perfect first good IEM. This, you know what? I'm done. I'm going to take these out of my ears and stop listening. These are a perfect first IEM. By the way, the render tips did a good job. They still didn't enhance or exacerbate anything. It's kind of like these are locked in at being like a 9. They're a 9. I'm giving them a 9. All right? They don't do anything above and beyond like some magical mystery. They aren't. If these were $100, they'd get a 10. But they're $220. $220 is an amount of money. I expect a certain level of quality once you're going past, all my collab stuff, and you're going past other things in the one. You're going past OH10s. You're going past all that for price. So you better do something. And they deliver that. The question is, well, no, there's no question. That's it. That's the end of that. What I was going to say is, this is a perfect. I don't have an IEM that's any good, Zeos. Where do I start? Butterfly. You're my butterfly, my sugar baby. Come, my lady. Come, my lady. Because you're going to get a great wire. Not even a good wire. This is a great wire. Look at the way it curls up and sits there like it belongs on a separate table at Munich. You're going to get a great wire in a 4.4, which is why everyone should just have this now for default. I don't give a fuck if you don't have that. Go figure something out. You're going to get looks that are amazing. The rest of it is just a black plastic, but that's fucking fine. The only other concern you might have is the thick nozzles. I mean, it comes with a fuckload of tips, so you'll probably be fine with this, but as someone who owns any IEMs, you need at least a selection of things if you don't, man, you haven't done anything, you don't know anything until you figure out, like, oh, but what if I need these, or what if I need those, and what if I need those, or what if I need these Tacony tips. Well, links to all the tips I like in the comments in the description, by the way. This would be a perfect first IM. Perfect first, an expensive IM you'd get. It kind of reminds me a little bit of clairvoyance. Someone was asking me earlier, is clairvoyance still worth it? Clairvoyance was $500. But I think we've come, the price back in the day of like 2 or 3 years ago, what was I expecting from a $500 IM then? I'm expecting from $200 IMs now. Juzear. I think the clairvoyance will still beat the Juzear, but this is the sort of same ballpark as far as how clean it is, how smooth it is, how coherent it is. We've got just enough low end. We've got just enough soundstage. We've got good, clear female vocals and male vocals. All the bullshit that everyone else talks about when they discuss IMs or headphones. It's all check marks. But the problem is it's all 9s. Nothing's a 10. It doesn't have exceedingly good bass or exceedingly wide soundstage. And that puts it in a perfect category to be your first. Because once you have this, and then you could take the hobby and be like, you know what, I kind of want something with a little more bass. And you lean cheaper or Rinko or something like that. Or you want something that has a little more exacerbation of the highs. And you head into one of the Thai Audio things. I have the Oracle Mark III burning in over there, which I haven't heard yet. But I'm going to put this around her eyes. There you go. We've got to make this weird for everybody involved. So there you go. Yeah, 9. I'd have no... You said, hey, I bought the Juzear butterflies, and I'm super happy. I expect that comment below, because you should get these. Be stoked at how well they're built, how well they look, and the bag that is actually useful. I'm going to put that there. Open it up. Like a duckbill. Anyway, I'm done. I got to go deal with more problems now and not do work like I planned to do. Wallpaper in the wallpaper hoard. Mousepad, if I could find it, if it's still there, because these things like to disappear off Amazon, in the description. Patreon subscribe, so I do support this channel, so please, thank you for joining. You can look for a lot of IMs in the yard sale. This might end up there, because it's great. And it's a 9. Maybe I'll only keep 10s. That'll be what I give a 10 to. I give a 10, I keep it. I give it a 9, flies away. See you in the next one in a couple days, and check out my other channels and second channel and Inner Fetish and the new unboxing channel and all that other.